Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got a little bit of a disassembly and modification video to share with you guys. I picked up these bearings on eBay a while back, and these are specifically made for the ZT-0392, but they make a bunch of different bearings for a bunch of different models. And, I like my 0392. I love it. The action's pretty good, but if I'm being honest, it's not as good as my newer Tri-Way Hinder Eclipse. This thing is very, very smooth. I'd like to remove the original bearings in these and add these aftermarket bearings. You can see it's ceramic balls and they're kind of staggered, and there's a little spacer there too. I'd like to remove that and install these and add some 10-weight nano oil and see if I can get the action a little bit better. We're going to do that in the way that I normally do it, which is hyperlapse, put a little bit of music to it. Everything that you can see here, all the tools that I use, right? These are tools that will disassemble most knives. You'll be able to do this kind of stuff yourself with almost whatever knife it is that you've got, as long as, you've got if they make the bearings for it, right? You can check out my disassembly tools right down in the description is what I'm saying, but I thought this might be kind of fun. It'll be interesting to see if I can change the action up. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We'll get started here. Thanks so much to my generous patrons who are supporting me right now. There's a link for Patreon right down below. And please make sure to follow me at metal_complex on Instagram. Okay, so this is interesting. Truthfully, my thought was the lock bar tension on my particular 0392 is way too strong, and it doesn't matter what type of bearings I put in there, it's probably not going to improve it. I wasn't completely right. Truthfully, it improved it just a little bit. You can see here we are still centered. We're locking up completely and totally solid. The fit is perfect. I would say that the action improved maybe by 10 to 15, maybe 20% if I'm being generous. It's ever so slightly easier, and it feels ever so slightly smoother. But the nice thing is that, and I didn't know this, I thought there was one spacer, which I thought was weird. There was another steel spacer hidden under there. The problem with the old bearings on the ZT-0392, and honestly, the Hinderer has this as well, the issue, is that the bearings are steel and they run on titanium, which is not necessarily a problem. It might become a problem in the long run because titanium is softer. It's very strong. Its strength to weight ratio is very strong, but it's actually softer than most of the types of steel that it'll be running up against in a knife. In this case, definitely the steel bearings are definitely harder than the titanium that's on either side of this. And that's the case with the actual Hinderer knives, right? The bearings on this guy are currently just running on titanium. It has the steel spacer in the Tri-Way, but that's for when you put the washers in, right? Whether you go nylon or phosphor bronze. Now, if you're doing this on a different knife, obviously you don't have to worry about all of this. But the nice thing is that now my 0392 has steel spacers in it, and it's running on ceramic bearings. The action may actually break in more over time now that the bearings are working a new race into those steel washers. But there is definitely a little bit of an improvement, which I'm pretty pleased with, considering what the bearings cost me. I don't know if they were like 15, 20 bucks or something like that. But yeah, there's a little bit of an improvement there. And the more I mess with it, the more it seems to want, I mean, you can actually see this happening on camera. It's almost with a little bit of an initial shake, it's almost wanting to fall right in there. Are we still centered? It looks like it. Let's make sure here. Are we still on there? Do I need to do the... no, it looks like it's still on. I'll give it an adjustment and try again just to be sure that it's not the pivot loosening up. No, it's still doing the same thing. Yeah, that's where we want it. You want it to be centered. Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, there's other people making bearings out there. I know that, like, I don't know if, like, Skiff makes bearings for Hinders. I'd be interested to try those too. I'm not sure what the benefit is for staggering the, you know, the bearings that are in there. I'm going to credit a lot of it to the 10-weight nano oil. I had not done this with this knife yet, but it could be the combination of the nano oil and the bearings. If you've ever owned, this is now the third or fourth. I've owned 2 of these, and I've handled 3 or 4 of them, maybe 5 of them. I can't remember. All of them, these are all from like 2013, 2014. All of them feel a little stiff. Like they're running on bearings, but it was like, wow, amazing action for 2013, 2014. None of them have ever felt like this. And it's still getting a little better as I have a feeling the more that those ceramic bearings work their race into that new track on the steel washers, that it'll get better and better and better. But yeah, you know what? For 20 bucks, I mean, at least now there's steel washers in there. It's running on a steel surface. But if the action improves over time, then it'll be really worth it. That's pretty cool. That was a better outcome than I thought. I honestly thought that I'd put them in there and it would be like no difference. And I'd be like, well, that was a waste of time and $20. But no, I think that's pretty neat. So anyways, I just wanted to do that for you guys today. I'll be clear. It's still not as good. Like this, truthfully, is the smoothest Hinder I own. I've owned well over 30 Hinders. And out of all, I own 5 or 6 right now. Out of all of them, this is the smoothest Hinder I've ever owned. And yes, that guy is perfectly centered and locking up completely and totally solid. That guy's had plenty of a chance to break in, but I didn't think I'd ever get action quite like this on my 0392. So that's cool. All right. Well, there you go. You can, I'll try and provide a link of some sort, either in the comment section or the description. But that's going to be pretty much it today, guys. I hope that this was at least mildly entertaining. If you have questions, please let me know down in the comment section. I'll be sure to try and answer as many as I can. I don't know why I'm showing you my Instagram card when it's right there. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.